up, man? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's up? Fast shit. Yes, yes, yes. What's up with it? What's up with it? Up and out and about, trying to see what's going on, man, in the world. See, it's a lot of stuff happening in boxing. A lot of talking. You know what I'm saying? So we just trying to see what's next for motherfuckers. You know? Just trying to see what's next. Like we got some Ryan and Rolly, maybe. I heard Pitbull Cruz want to get some of that too. It don't look like Tank is going down that route, which would be great news if that's the case. Nobody want to see that rematch, not right now. Y'all gonna do that? Y'all gonna do that on down the line, man. This ain't the time for all that. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to see it. We looking forward to some bigger fights from Tank this year. You know, he had some good fights, but you know, people ready to see some more competitive fighters in there. You know, maybe a Frank Martin next. Maybe, right? We good with that. That should be competitive, and it'll kind of get the people what they want to see, man. Being able to you're fighting a guy that's athletic as well, so you won't be able to just use those advantages. You will have to show other advantages, which I feel like you, or other skills, which I feel like you have. But you know, some people want to see it when the athleticism is matched as well. See if you're able to still do the things that you do. So that'll be a good fight. If that's what's next, hopefully. If not, it's something even better. Teofimo is fighting Jermaine Ortiz. Hopefully after that, him and Devin can line something up at 140. Like Devin, not the only one right now that don't have any trouble with making fights with other good fighters, you know. And I mean that by saying just cross promotions and all other things, all different cross different promotions. Damn. You know, Tank had some good fights under the PBC banner. Okay. Some people didn't like the Santa Cruz. I ain't had no problem with that at that time. I wouldn't want to see something like that now. I felt like the Mario Barrios one was pretty deep, man. Deeper than I think people giving him credit. Damn good. Mario Barrios can fight his ass off, man, no matter what you say. Ryan Garcia was a good win. Rolly, you know, so. You know what I'm saying? He's a guy that they've taught some boxing skills that know how to punch, you know, so still dangerous, but I don't think, you know, definitely the fight, I don't know if people realize, but I mean, Tank even had to be cautious in that fight. He wouldn't just come in and just outclass him like that. It wasn't like how Mayweather did Gotti or nothing like that, which you probably would have expected, you know, listening to the hype before the fight and what people were saying about Rolly, you know, what he couldn't do. You know, definitely looked like he made Tank a whole lot more cautious than people probably thought. Now I'm not saying I blame Tank for being cautious. I ain't been hit by Rolly, but I've seen him knock some dudes out. But I mean, you know, I ain't no boxer either, and I ain't no Tank lover. So you know, I can't compare what I would do to what he did, cause you know. So my expectations for him or anybody should be higher than we put on ourselves if we ain't in that position. You know how people will try to flip it on you. What you would have did, you know. But anyway, I like that. I would like to see, you know, some more action. I seen the Joshua Ngannou fight. Go either way, I guess, you know, at this point. I don't have much faith in either boxing. Nothing against Joshua. I feel like he's you know, a good fighter, especially for a heavyweight. Not cream of the crop type or nothing like that, but definitely good to where somebody coming from another type of fighting style should not be able to beat him in this stand-up boxing game with gloves on and everything else that come with it. But Ngannou definitely brought it against Fury. I don't know if it was just Fury, you know. Joshua may bring something different and outclass him, but I mean, I still, it's up in the air. I don't know how this gonna go. Fury versus Usyk, I feel like Fury gonna beat his ass. So we'll see. Usyk, I seen him get stopped by Du Bois. I don't care what nobody say. That was a stop. Should have been stopped. Man got hit right on the belt and rolled on the ground like shit. He wasn't getting up if he didn't get that time. Ref kept giving him time, you know, because he knew what time it was. Like, man, nah, y'all ain't finna mess me up. You got to win this one. So I feel like Fury gonna give him some of that. They see he weak to the body. It ain't no facade. That's just what that is. That's how he gonna get stopped. If you know. But hey, let's see if I can be surprised or if Usyk can pull the rabbit out the hat. Joshua Parker and Zing May or Zing Mai, I don't know how to pronounce his name. I don't have nothing to say about that one. Straight up. Just watch the fight. That's all I got to say. I'm just gonna watch it, man. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we'll see. Who Shakur gonna line up? Who he gonna be able to line up? He gonna be able to get some Navarrete? He gonna be able to get that fight? You know? That'll be a good fight. Let's see, man. Like again, I heard Shakur say at some point he gonna give Danny Santos their work again. Show y'all that that was not the real him. And that's what I was hoping that would happen. I mean, because that fight should still be on the table and people should still, I mean, if you're going to see a different Shakur and him pushing the issue and slipping and countering and mixing it up like he does, then, I mean, you should want to see a different, you know, version of that fight. It should definitely be more exciting. Not much is being said about. It's still January, right? But I'm kind of wondering what's going to happen in the middleweight and the super welterweights, super middleweight divisions, 154, 160, 168. I mean, what's up with 147 too, though? Like, what's happening, man? What we gonna see from this division in 2024? Kind of looking forward to the capabilities and matchmaking and fights that can be made. I just hope these fights get made, you know? 2024, all professional boxers that got more than 10 fights, or more than 15 fights, should be in line for a bigger fight. We should be able to see some more fights where it's 50-50 in people's eyes. Also, I wanted to say, man, I be seeing a lot of these young guys out here, these boxers, and some of these dudes, these young guys, man, they moving like they at that level already, superstar status. You know, the one young dude that just seemed to me like he's just, I don't know if he's flying under the radar, he don't get mentioned, you don't see him getting into the back and forth with these cats when they going back and forth, or with somebody else, he ain't chiming in. And maybe I missed something, but Abdullah Mason, man, that dude for real. The young cat for real. I don't know if people been paying attention. He's always fighting, and I don't hear a lot or see a lot of riffraff or bullshit coming from that direction, man. It just be straight up in the rain. Yep, so I'm looking forward to seeing where it's going to take him and the fights that he can make in the future. I believe he's at 135 right now, maybe 130, somewhere in between there. But yeah, I like the dude. Then we got some brothers, or a brother. I like his demeanor. I like that he always fighting. I was thinking about that earlier as I was just having a conversation with someone about some boxing, and yeah, I thought about him. I'm like, man, we talk about a lot of these young dudes, but what about him? As far as professionals, I don't mention people in amateurs I know until they become professionals. I mean, I can mention my son in amateurs, and I will when it's organic and it's a reason. We're talking about that, but yeah, just talking about professionally. Yeah, that dude there is active, and Top Rank gonna keep lining them up with some good matchmaking. So I just want to see what it look like when you step up with that competition. You know, and Top Rank got a lot of the good young dudes over there, man. So at some point within the next few years, I'm sure we'll see some good fights between 135 and 147 for the Top Rank guys. As these dudes move up, you know, so maybe they say 140 or something. Versus Jamal Charlo this year. These fights, PBC has announced that they're on Amazon Prime. Now, I'm sure they're working out all of the details on available dates, venues, programming, I guess, I don't know. Hopefully we start hearing some stuff about that side as well and what they got coming up next. There's definitely some excitement that into the mess. I ain't the type of dude to be getting into no messy shit. I'm just talking about stuff that's facts, man. There's gonna be times you gotta give your opinion on it. When I talked about the Clarissa and Alicia Baumgartner, I don't want to get into no female mess and choose the sides. If this woman win, if they decide to fight, I thought it was kind of crazy. They ran into each other at the airport. But yeah, I don't want to get to choosing sides and picking one. I ain't doing all that. I let the ladies do that. I want to call it straight down the middle on that. May the best one win. I said who I thought would win, but I don't know. I ain't in there. I ain't fighting, so just wouldn't. I don't feel like dudes should be going all the way in. We're gonna give our opinion on boxers, but I've seen some guys just go extra on both sides. Go in on these women like they talking about men and shit. They be messy. Sometimes dudes be talking about them. And if they making videos, you kind of catch them rolling their eyes a little bit, or kind of like some, I don't know, man, kind of suspect. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it should be kind of suspect. Boys be rolling their eyes, talking about these girls and stuff. So I don't know. Cool. That's why I don't really want to get into all of that. Just want to say, make sure it's known that, yeah, I don't have nothing against that fight happening. It should, and I believe it'll do great numbers. It'll get a lot of attention from men and women. We just gotta need to get the right attention. Shouldn't be no animosity. Animosity is gonna make the fight better if it happens, right? But so I ain't opposed to that either, totally. It just shouldn't be anything just extra personal shit. Just because a discussion about a fight is being made, that should be understood on both ends. And yeah, y'all should make it happen, man. It'd be one thing if Clarissa was just going around calling out fighters in smaller weight divisions, then y'all can criticize her for that. But if she being called out and she decided to say, all right, you know what? You acting real Mikey Garcia right now. You acting like you see something. Come on, I do that, but she should be able to say, nah, I don't want to go down to 147. And I heard Alicia say, hey, you was gonna fight somebody else at 147, that wasn't in boxing. Maybe she feel different in boxing at 147, I don't know. I understand the logic in what you're saying, Alicia, but I'm just saying she would be the A side, so she would be able to call any shots. But with her being the A side, and if she was interested in that fight, then she would need to be sending that contract or any negotiations over on what the stipulations are for the fight, if it was gonna be one to happen, weight class and all that other shit, the split, what they said it, you agree to this or what. So, but again, I think that'll be solid for the boxing world as a whole. So hopefully that something's really gonna come down the pipeline at some point. But more importantly, we got other fights too. Well, not more importantly, but also we got other fights that we want to see, and hopefully those fights, hopefully we can see Tank and Devin, or Tank and Shakur at some point this fight, or Shakur and Devin. Hopefully Richardson hits and we can get a good fight this year from somebody. We can see where, where he at. Is it real, or are you gonna be able to prove some of these other dudes ain't what we think they is, or what? So, yeah, I'm interested in all of that. But that's about it. It's coming out the top of my head. I'll be able to come up with a bit of a more organized program or talk you know, this later point, you know, as I get deeper into this, but I'm just freestyling it off the top of my head. So, again, what I never say is like, man. If you like it, then like it, man. If not, then it's all good. Subscribe if you ain't subscribed. Show some love. But that's it, man. I ain't gonna hold you. Hope you have a good one.